Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Howard Stutz joins us. He's the gaming reporter for the Nevada Independent, here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
I've been a doctor for over 30 years, and I'm committed to getting my patients life-saving care. So when I hear Sam Brown say one thing and his record says another, I have to speak out. Sam Brown supports allowing states to ban abortion, even in cases of rape, even to protect the life of the mother. We need senators focused on improving health care, not someone like Sam Brown who wants to make decisions for my patients.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Hit the open road on a brand new Harley or win a bundle of cash during the $250,000 Harley-Davidson giveaways at Carson Valley Inn. Thousands in weekly giveaways, plus multiple grand prize winners including cash and 7 brand new Harleys. Now at the Carson Valley Inn.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
Welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
They want us to believe we only have 2 options. That's just not working anymore. I've never been a follower. I'm a businessman and entrepreneur. I'm ready to forge a new path to secure our future. One that keeps Northern Nevada free, fair, and wild. A path that means freedom for all, including affordable housing.
I'm Greg Kidd, and I approve this message because I'm not from either political party. I'm for Nevada.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're always delighted to welcome back to the program Howard Stutz. He's the gaming reporter for the Nevada Independent. Welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me on. I'm here in Vegas, in my home.
Always pleased to see you. Let's start out with Resorts World and what is going on over there. Somebody this morning brought up absentee ownership, because this is a Malaysian company that owns the property. They have properties in New York. They have properties all over the world. What are your thoughts on the situation they find themselves in now with the Gaming Control Board and the Gaming Commission?
This was coming. You kind of figured, when everything went down with Scott Sabello and they fired him last year, and then he got indicted. I guess it was in January. Struck a plea deal, and that doesn't involve Resorts World. This involves AML, anti-money laundering violations when he was president of MGM Grand, and MGM Resorts paid a hefty fine to the feds on this. So we don't even know what the feds are going to do yet with Resorts World. What's actually interesting, Sam, is most of the times Nevada follows. The feds do the initial investigation, and they come down with some kind of complaint. I recall back in last decade, Las Vegas Sands got hit with a $47 million fine by the feds for anti-money laundering violations. Nevada followed up later with a $2 million fine. So it's unusual that Nevada came down first on this, but it was expected. And the fact that they named ownership in this, saying, they should have known, that is a big issue for Resorts World. Like you just said, they're a Malaysian company. I don't know how much time their folks spend out here. Like you said, they have operations in New York. Their attention right now is on the Resorts World New York, because they're hoping to get a full-on casino license so they can, at the Aqueduct racetrack, and put a real casino, not just their big giant slot machine parlor there. So yeah, it's going to play out here. I don't know. I think we may see some more heads roll, so to speak, at Resorts World Las Vegas. May see some management changes. we'll just see where this plays out. But it was a significant penalty, and plus a second complaint against against the wife of the illegal bookmaker who was serving as his host. We don't at Resorts World. So that is very weird. That's something I haven't seen in the years that I've been covering this.
And that's saying something right there. I mean, that's amazing. When Wynn Resorts went through all of their problems, it took Phil Satry to come in and calm the waters. I've been trying to think of, is there another figure out there like a Phil Satry who could come in and calm the waters? Because this is a massive investment, not only with the current product for Resorts World, but how much land they have and future development that they were looking at.
Well, they have like 25 acres sitting there that they haven't even touched. Remember, this was the old Stardust Echelon site that Boyd owned. The trouble is, Resorts World, again, is a Malaysia-based publicly traded company. It's not like Wynn was, obviously traded, publicly on the NASDAQ in the U.S. and headquartered in Las Vegas. So that was easy for a Phil Satry to come in and right the ship, so to speak, at Wynn. And then Phil, of course, was the perfect person for that. I don't know who could come in here and do this, short of a sale, which I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't know. Remember, Resorts World cost $4.3 billion to build. I can't imagine somebody's going to pay $4.3 billion for that property now. I don't know. That would be the only resolution on this if they decide, if the board actually goes, for the guillotine and says, and Resorts World loses its license or has its license heavily implicated in this thing. That would be the only way. I don't see somebody. I'm not sure who's out there who could come in and just step up into this, because remember, this is, like I said, a privately held company, one-off casino in Las Vegas.
And for those that don't know, I mean, this is a massive company that is not just involved in gaming, but is in everything from cruise ships to manufacturing, all over the world. They are like a Mitsubishi in terms of their reach. And at this point, the feds have not played a role then at this point.
Right. They haven't played a role in this yet. Yeah. Resorts World owns one of the two casinos in Singapore. Resorts World Sentosa Island, which has a theme park, Universal theme park attached to it. Competes with the Marina Bay Sands there. Feds haven't stepped in yet. I think it's kind of a wait and see, but I'm curious how this will play out with the Gaming Control Board. This may take a while with the Gaming Commission, how this plays out. For the time being, they've got to operate a casino there. They're right across from, they've got a big business to run with a lot of customers. Remember, Resorts World, the one smart thing they did when they opened is all the hotel rooms are in the Hilton loyalty program. So they have all these Hilton customers that come in and book those rooms. So that business that's got to continue, and we'll just see where it goes.
It's also, I think, going to help reestablish Nevada as being the gold standard in terms of.
Yeah, it'll help, but I think there's still some questions where Nevada has kind of dropped the ball on a few things, and that's for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, that is, Nevada has they've long been called the gold standard, and it's kind of been a little tarnished. But the fact that the gaming regulators, like you said, Sam, took it upon themselves and filed this complaint far ahead of, I don't know if the feds have an investigation going or not, but far ahead of that, that does help burnish the state's reputation a little bit.
One of the other things that was interesting was that, and it was pointed out in your reporting and others, that the bonuses for the leading employees at Resorts World were tied to bonuses. I'm sorry, to the profits of the company, and so this was another, perhaps not a good way to incentivize management to follow all the rules.
It's interesting. They named the anti-money laundering AML committee as being real in the complaint, and didn't say who's on it. But that is something that is just on the property. That is executives from the property that sit on this anti-money laundering committee. It has nothing to do with the compliance committee that Resorts World corporate has. It would set up here that kind of overlooks things for the Malaysian company here in Nevada. They had nothing to do with this. This is all on the properties, on the realm of the property. So if it's going to be if they decide to clean house, it's going to be a big house cleaning on Las Vegas Boulevard, and so that could be where this could be headed.
Wow. All right, change of topics here to the Mirage. It's been so fascinating to read and listen to all the comments about the Mirage. And for all of us, I mean, this was such a huge thing, not just for the gaming industry, but for the people of Nevada and tourists all around the world to come and visit this. It's tough to know that it's going to be closed for 3 years, but exciting to know what's coming out the other end.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I think in my reporting, I wrote about the fact that I actually covered the opening of the Mirage.
Right.
In 1989, when
you were 12.
But I didn't have all this gray hair, and then I covered the closing. And what was fascinating about the closing was extremely impactful was Elaine Wynn showed up, and she was very emotional, but she gave a beautiful address, and she basically gave it her blessing. It's time. This was like one of their children. She said it was like, she told me afterwards, she said her 2 daughters called the Mirage their other sibling, because that's how Steve and Elaine treated the Mirage when they were building it. And she gave it her blessing that it's time. After 34 years, Vegas has changed. What the offerings have changed, and it's time. And she basically blessed the Hard Rock, Seminole Indian tribe, to move forward and do what they're doing. And they've already started. I mean, there's parts of the Mirage, the front is all fenced off, and we see bulldozers out there tearing stuff out. So the big sign, one of the big archway signs, just got moved to the Neon Museum.
Right.
So it was back in 1989, the first new resort on the Strip in 15 years. I mean, it changed. It was really the first integrated resort. It had everything in there, and it changed the way you looked at Las Vegas, and everything that followed along really holds its roots somehow to the Mirage. This was just another change. I mean, I think what they want to put the renderings, putting this guitar-shaped hotel at the front of the property, right along the boulevard. That's going to change the look of the Las Vegas Strip. So it's an exciting time now. And I'll point out, MGM kept the rights to the name Mirage when they sold the operations to Hard Rock. So we may see the Mirage pop up somewhere. I don't know what or how, but they kind of hung on to it, kind of the same way Boyd hung on to the name Stardust when they sold the Echelon site. They use that for their online gaming in other states. It's Stardust Sportsbook, or Stardust Casino is what they call it in their online product. So we may see the Mirage pop up somewhere, but we'll see. But like you said, Sam, it's just Vegas and the time, and who would think something after 34 years is out of touch. I'm I'm a little older. I hope I don't say I'm out of touch.
No, you've got a long ways to go before you're out of touch. I do want to go back to Resorts World just for a moment, because you brought up Sentosa Island and in Singapore, and the story's out this week that the one of the chief officers of Resorts World in Sentosa is banned from the Marina Bay Sands for poaching employees. This is starting to sound like the battle between Sheldon Adelson and Wynn back in the day when they were poaching parking spaces.
Oh, they all, yeah. It's Singapore, and I haven't been there. I know you. I think you have. Right?
Yeah, just recently.
Yeah, and I haven't been there. It's a place I think next year we're actually thinking about that. We're going to do a trip. My wife and I are going to trip, and one of the stops will be Singapore, because I really want to see it. And I want to see Marina Bay Sands. I want to see Sentosa. And when you have two properties in such a tight, island nation, very compact, you're going to get these kinds of fights. When you move one host over to another, they're going to start poaching customers. So, that's just the nature of the business. But you're right. It does sound like the old Steve and Sheldon fights from, stealing parking spaces and stealing this and stealing that. So it is a fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And at some point, I think Marina Bay Sands is an iconic property.
Oh, absolutely. And by the time you get there, they'll probably be building the fourth tower, which is unbelievable. All right, let's take a break. More with Howard Stutz when we come back. As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Come one, come all, it's the $125,000 Carnival of Cash and Prizes at Tamarack Casino. Get in on the fun with cash and free play prize drawings every Thursday and Saturday, including winners of up to $1,000 and a top prize of $5,000 guaranteed each week. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino.
Story County is leading Nevada. Home of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, Google, Tesla, Panasonic, and other world-leading companies. Story County provides thousands of tech, advanced manufacturing, and logistics careers for Nevadans. We're diversifying and driving Nevada's economy and generating millions in tax revenue and billions in economic activity across northern Nevada. Story County is leading Nevada's future.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org. Here on 7 at 7, we're bringing you the local headlines in just 7 minutes.
We've got you covered in the morning, evening, and for all breaking news in between and as it happens.
Life is busy, and we don't waste your time. Join us for local news now streaming on our YouTube page.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Howard Stutz, the gaming reporter for the Nevada Independent. Could the bidding for the 3 New York licenses for casinos be any crazier? First of all, the delays are just unbelievable. And, Las Vegas Sands is trying to put this deal together with Nassau. Explain, if you can, what's going on.
This has been going on since, before the Independent was even formed. I was way back when. The New York and their gaming licensing plans back in the mid 2000s, they put New York City last, downstate they call it, sat downstate New York, 3 licenses for New York City, for that area, for downstate. It's pretty clear because MGM Resorts bought the Empire Casino, which is basically, like I said, a slot machine parlor. They're video lottery terminals, slot machine-like type devices. And Resorts World opened their casino at the VLT Casino at Aqueduct Racetrack. Those two properties, both those companies are going to get two of the 3 licenses. The fight is really for the 3rd, and it's turned into an absolute. Can't use this word on your show, but it's that type of show. And because you have Caesars wants to go into Times Square. There's a big fight against that, even though all these unions apparently have all backing Caesars. Wynn wants to go over in Hudson Yards, which folks have told me that's like the best site, I guess, in Hudson Yards, kind of near the Javits Center and all that. It's actually where Sands wanted to go years ago when Sheldon talked about going to New York. Was Hudson Yards, Javits Center. But you've got Bally's fighting for one, as you said. Sands is out in Long Island in Nassau County, I guess. They have the old New York Islanders arena. They want to turn it into a convention center and casino. They've got approved by the county, but the neighborhood, all the residents are fighting it, along with Hofstra University, which is right next door to it. So what some people are saying is now, and then New York keeps on delaying it. This was supposed to be done in 2015. And here we are in, we're in 2024. I mean, it's been going on and on and on. What some thought is that they're going to just give the 2 casinos the licenses, to MGM and to Resorts World, kick the can down the road and wait on the third. So we'll see. But it is, I mean, look, we know how lucrative a New York City casino could be. That's why this has turned into such a fight, and I just don't know how this ends.
Me neither. Let's take another break. More with Howard Stutz after this timeout.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you. But we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday, trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
Pro Group Management offers workers' comp services to a growing number of industries. As businesses grow and change with the times, the need for a solid workers' comp program must be flexible and up to date. The evolving nature of regulations can make staying ahead of complex tasks challenging. But Pro Group Management simplifies the work so your industry can move forward and succeed. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Howard Stutz. He's the gaming reporter for the Nevada Independent. I wanted to talk to you about Wynn and the Middle East, United Arab Emirates. This is such a remarkable development, and it's like an open road for Wynn to be able to take the lead in what's going on over there. What can you share?
Well, it's fascinating because Wynn was moving forward on the project, and don't ask me to pronounce the name of the emirate that they're in, Ras Kamar, something like that. Anyway, they were moving forward on their project. They thought they were going to get licensed by the emirate, but then the federal UAE stepped in and said, we're going to license all the casinos, and we're going to license gaming and lottery, and named Jim Murin as the chairman of the board of basically like the chairman of their gaming commission. Plus they have a gentleman who used to be with the Missouri Gaming Commission and worked a long time with GLI. He's good, like basically their gaming control board chairman. So it's kind of put a halt on what all these other projects, but Wynn is moving forward, and they're going to open in 2026, 2027 with this massive project there. They'll be the only. That will tell us how lucrative UAE can be in terms of gaming, because there's no gaming in the Middle East. And it's going to be very much like a Singapore type license. Locals, people that are residents of the UAE, either can't go in or have to pay a hefty fee to go into the casino. It's really to draw tourism to that area. I want to see it. I'm sure you do too. It's going to be an amazing property, and you had John Decree, and you had CBRE went back there and did a massive report on it, and it's really fascinating to see what they have going on there. But Wynn's going to have the foothold, be out in front of everybody else. The tower's already coming up out of the ground. I think they made a comment that it's already the tallest structure in that part of the UAE. So we'll see we'll see how that moves forward. But they're going to be way ahead of everybody else. Now we may see a couple more announced maybe before Wynn gets finished, and we'll see how the UAE moves forward.
And I wonder, I'm thinking back to Las Vegas and New Jersey, whether the UAE will draw a lot of gaming from Europe and especially England that people that were going there for the gaming will want to travel to the UAE?
Well, we'll see where that happens because it's going to take a while. I mean, you're going to have companies, Las Vegas companies are going to be the ones involved in this, obviously, and they're not going to do anything that's going to hurt their properties in Vegas. You're not going to see, MGM is going to use everything they use. If they get into UAE, they're going to use everything they do in other countries, just like they do in Macau, to help bring customers into Las Vegas. Same with Wynn. I think you're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of cross marketing on that. So it's the same old story. I think they're going to use it as a draw for Vegas and Vegas as a draw for UAE. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, I agree with that. What I meant was that it could affect British gaming and tourism to Britain from the Middle East, where there's been a substantial amount of money going from Russia and the Middle East into England, that would be diverted to UAE.
It could, because there's nothing around it. There's nothing in the Middle East there, for gaming. And we know people want to gamble, so maybe they will show up there. We'll see.
Yes, people want to gamble. Howard Stutz, always a pleasure, my friend, to have you on the program, and great to see you. Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the air conditioning back on today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why sweat for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your air conditioning fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Event Center sits at the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 2 floors of meeting and event space are ideal for groups and conventions. Stay in one of 200 luxurious rooms and suites. Brand your event throughout the property. Flexible event spaces make for easy planning and personalization. Take over the entire hotel with a full buyout option.
As always, you can watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day on various platforms, including television, radio, our website, audio and video podcasts, YouTube. You want to find the show, you can find it pretty darn easily. And we cover politics, business, health, and education. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next broadcast.